me play a little Father Indigo Spirit while I'm waiting for a couple people to come on in.
You gotta feel it when it's around, son. I'm trying to tell you.
War, it must come, it must go. Because that's the way the world goes. Don't fuck with my spirit, my crow. Like I told you hoes, you get exposed. Don't fuck with my spirit, that's us gon' hear it. Don't fuck with my spirit, that's us gon' hear it. Cause I got the keys, oppressors they fear it. Cause I got the keys, oppressors they fear it. Don't fuck with my spirit, don't fuck with my spirit. Don't fuck with my spirit, don't fuck with my spirit.
Shalom, shalom, family.
Don't fuck with me when I'm in my bliss. My ancestors, they cause the shit. I can't control how they treat. Calling out the train and it's off with they head. Kiss be the kid. My eyes crying red. I feel all they take. My ancestors, they won't leave my memory. Is this insane? Or is this a gift? They call us a witch, cause our souls got dripped. I know that is power, this magic hour. Yeah, this magic hour.
War, it must come, it must go. Because that's the way the world goes. Don't fuck with my spirit, my crow. Like I told you hoes, you get exposed. Don't fuck with my spirit, that's us gon' hear it. Don't fuck with my spirit, that's us gon' hear it. Cause I got the
I'm gonna start shortly. Just give people a chance to get notified. I already know how YouTube be tripping and not notifying people. All praises to the Most High. Thank you to the Holy Spirit. Thank you to the angels. Thank you again to my ancestors. Just been looking at a lot of these videos, you know, that keep popping up, and it's like multiple videos, and they're all talking about like the Latinos and how they realize, like talking about the racism in the Latin community. And they're playing all these different clips of all these different videos from people admitting to the racism in the Latin community, right? And then there's this one video, I'm gonna have to do another video on these ones, just kind of show you guys some of the stuff, but it's black dude who's, you know, doing all the videos. And it's funny how, I mean, the vast majority of these guys doing these videos are Hamites. The vast majority of the people that are doing these videos talking about the racism in that community are Hamites, and then they're giving their little, you know, opinion, their little, you know, opinion piece, you know, before and after, and they're all following the same the same setup. I mean, I'm sure you guys are all seeing the same thing. While I was listening to this one guy, he's like, well, they put this division in the communities because they know that black people have this power and they can't take down the black people unless they divide and conquer. So I like how you Hamites are trying to slide your way in to being these black people. Now see, this again is Psalms 83 trying to slither their way in to this awakening. Hamites, you've been racist longer than Latinos. You've hated our people longer than there's been any Latin countries. You hated our people during the time of the Exodus. During the time of the Exodus, this is the whole thing about switching everything up. You hated the Israelites all the way back then. So see, they think they're slick trying to slither in the Hamites and make it seem like those are the black people that the Latinos hate also, or that all of us black people are the same. Hamites, we all know that Hamites have always hated our people. That's why even when we were trying to chase after Africa when we were younger in the 90s and the 80s, and X-Clan and everybody was black power, Africa, the Africans never messed with us. The Africans wanted nothing to do with us. The Africans hated our guts. I remember that movie where Wesley Snipes was trying to do some, I don't remember the name of the movie, you guys will put it in the chat if you guys remember. They were trying to do some business with some Hamites, and the Hamites were called like a Cathar or something like that. Kafar, something like that. And he's like, what the hell is that? You know, I can't do any business with you Kafars or whatever else. And he says, slaves. And then I got into a fight with that dude. If you guys remember the name of that movie, I remember that clip. But those Hamites have never, ever, is it Sugar Hill? Thank you. Never messed with us. So see, all of a sudden now that we've awakened, and we're bringing out all this knowledge and understanding, now they're trying to throw out the other. They can't throw out the Negroes like us that have turned to them, because we ain't listening to them either. They're rolling out Hamites. I'm like, Hamites have never done anything for us. See, you guys have always went to Hamites and tried to give them money from the churches. When you guys were trying to do outreaches, you were trying to do outreaches to Africa. Why the hell would you be doing outreaches to Africa? Supposedly, those people that sold us, you got problems right here. You got things you never paid for right here. But you running over there to try to help Hamites. Because that's what you do. You help out Psalms 83. So Hamites hate us too. So you try to sit here and, oh, black people, if you knew you had to divide them in order to destroy them because they would destroy you. And you try to go out there like you're one of those people. No, that was Israelites, not Hamites. This is what happens when you try to get us to accept other nations. Hamites don't mess with us. We damn sure don't mess with them. See, now you guys are all trying to, like, even with a lot of Latinos in these videos, well, we realize our problem. We realize there's racism in our society. We need to come together. Stop right there. We need to come together. We're not coming together. Stop it right there. See, this is, you already have a testimony. Your testimony happened before we awakened. See, you were hateful towards our people because the colonizers told you to. You listened to what the colonizers told you. They told you to hate us, and that's exactly what you did. Now that you see that the colonizers are turning against you, now all of a sudden it's like, oh, we need to, oh, I understand your plight. I understand what you're saying now. Now black and brown can go. No, that's not how this is going to work. The people who are going to come with us are going to be the ones that have cleaved to the Most High's chosen people. We're not going to come together and continue in this system, because that's what you want. You want us to come together so that you can continue in this system. That is not what's going to happen. Now, see, you guys don't understand what happened. You don't understand the deal that your forefathers made when they became vassals to this system. See, it is not about your skin color per se. Okay? That is what the colonizers devolved everything into. If you were darker skinned, you're going to get treated worse. If you're darker skinned, you know, you're less than, you're an idiot, you're stupid, you know, God hates you, you're cursed, all that stuff, right? But see, when you made that covenant, everything is not about your skin color. Everything is going to revolve around your fruits. That is what is important. The fruits that you bear. The fruits that you produce. Now, when you made a covenant with the colonizers, you made it so that you could not produce good fruit. You made a covenant to produce only bad fruit. Let me show you how. You guys are out saying, when they started deporting all these people, what did they say? We have good family values and we work hard. We do the work that you don't want to do. That was your reasoning for being able to stay in America, because you have good family values and you do the work that other people don't want to do. That is, I'm a better slave and I do all the shit that the black people don't want to do anymore, and we have good family values. What do you assume are good family values? Are good family values what? You go to church? You're part of the Catholic Church? What? Because that's a family value. That's where you're getting your values from. You get family values from a Catholic Church that rapes children, hides all their history, doesn't make the popes pay for anything, just moves them from place to place, and you say not one word. Is that the great family values that you're talking about? You go to a priest and you have confessions to a satanic priest who hides everything and lies about everything and condones murder and rape. Is that the family values that you're talking about? You were told not to read the Bible, not to read scriptures. Is that the family values you're talking about? You've been taught to hate black people and stay away from them because they're evil. Are those the great family values that you're talking about? What family values are you talking about exactly? I'm waiting. So besides the fact you do the jobs that nobody else wants to do and you have great family values, what else? You don't read, you don't study, because Catholics don't read the Bible. That's what you guys said yourselves. You don't study, so you don't study to show that self-approved. You listen to everything that a priest says. When they get caught in scandals, you say not a word. Is that good family values? Letting children get raped by priests and not saying a word? Are those good family values you're talking about? You see, that was your only reason to be able to stay here. And see, you've been trying to make people whose these lands don't belong to, you've been trying to make them happy. You've been trying to, bow down to people who don't own these lands. See, they lie to you and tell you, well, you're going to be a majority by 2050. You ain't going to be here in 2050. These lands here in the Turtle Island in the Americas were not given to a majority. They were given to a minority. And the minority that was given to was the Israelites. That is who these lands belong to. So just because they tell you that you're a majority, they tell us that we're only 13% of the population, and that number never grows. As many babies as we have, and you're trying to tell us that we're still only 13% of the population. You see, that is the issue. If you produce good fruits, that is what is going to save you. Not trying to appease the colonizers. The colonizers are not capable of producing good fruits. So therefore, when you went and made a covenant with them, you lined yourselves up to not being able to produce good fruits. Good fruits is telling the truth. Supporting the Israelites. If you bless them, I will bless you. If you bless the Israelites, I will bless you. But when the colonizers told you to hate us, therefore, all the blessing us and you getting blessed went out the window. You got if you curse them, I will curse you. That's what you signed up for. That's what your ancestors signed up for. They signed up for the curses. So what exactly are these great family values? Lying about everything, getting, taking advantage of us fighting for equal rights and taking advantage for yourself, and then hiding the fact that we're the ones that we fought for everything and got nothing, and you going along with that. Are those the good family values that you're talking about? You see what I'm saying? Like, this is why throwing a Hamite out there and having him or her be the one who's like hosting the show and talking about, us black people. You are not one of us. You are not these. Remember, you didn't want when them curses were here. You were, oh no, like my boy did. Oh no, I don't want none of them curses. No, that's not me. I'm not with those black people. I'm not like those black people. I'm trying to dodge the curses like the Matrix, right? But now that we've arrived and we are now standing up again, now all of a sudden you see all of them just propping up all over the place, getting 100,000 views for talking about the racism of Latinos, when I'm like, I'm sorry, you're worse because you've been at it longer. See, you know how you get blessed? Rahab, you talk about these family values, right? Rahab, what was she? What was her profession? Rahab was a what? Rahab was a prostitute. So I would probably venture to say that you would say that Rahab did not have good family values. She was not out here, going to Catholic church. She was actually out here, slinging that thing out there on the streets, right? But what happened to her? She did what? She helped the Israelites when they were being chased. She helped them, the spies, she helped them hide from the people that were chasing them. She helped the spies escape. So then what happened? She got saved when we came in there and destroyed Jericho. She got saved. Her family got saved. How was that? Why is that? Because she had such great family values? No, she was a prostitute, but she had fruit. What was the fruit? She supported the Israelites when they were in their time of need. She is a perfect example of a clinger. Exactly. Saved herself and her family and came joined unto us, not because she had such great family values, but because she blessed the Israelites. That is your example, Gentile nations. Had nothing to do with how much she supported the colonizers. Like you guys thought it was. Oh, I got good family values, man. I go to church. I do all the jobs that you guys don't want to do. I don't ever complain. That's it. That's it. I'm in. I'm in. Psych. That's not how this works. He said she risked her life in works of faith, and she cleaved unto the Most High's chosen people. She knew. She's like, I know these lands are yours. I know that my people are terrified of you. I know that your power has already given you these lands. That should be something to be ringing in your guys' ear, Gentiles. Not, we should all come together now because we're all going to come together and we're going to go forward in the future. And, if we come together, we're going to be a majority. This is a majority rule. This is Israelite people rule. This is the sons and daughters of the Most High's people rule, not majority rule. You've already had majority rule. We saw how that worked out. You threw us at the bottom, and then you made it a point where your Gentiles can't cleave or won't cleave. You see what I'm saying? So we're not coming together with anyone. If you want to come together, you come together under the Most High's terms. You cleave to the Most High's chosen people. And go ahead and read Isaiah 14, 1-3. Most High turned his face back to us. Now, if you want something, you want to come together, you're going to come together under our power. She humbled herself and submitted and cleaved. That is your example. Your churches ain't going to tell you that. I'm telling you that now. That's what you have an opportunity to hear this truth, and you have an opportunity to support the Israelites now, if the Most High is calling you. Get to cleaving, or y'all said you guys are going to be leaving. Exactly. So, and if they won't, they won't, but hey, that's on them. But you heard the truth right here. And something that was a saying I didn't get a chance to, I forgot yesterday when I was in Sedona, and it said, the Most High created the Grand Canyon, but he lives in Sedona. And we know that land right there, you got that, you got that way up right there. And we were able to make even a much better connection with the Most High for this weekend. So we're getting even more understanding. So you Hamites, we coming after you too. It ain't just one group. You done had your opportunity to tell the truth, and you still trying to go out here and push the BS. And talk about, oh, look at these Latinos, look what they did. You did exactly the same thing and even worse. So save it, bro. Much love, family. Shalom.